That is really, really awesome. I don't want to validate stereotypes necessarily, but I will say this. When I listen to National Public Radio, I never hear a commercial for a bail bondsman. I was listening to the hip-hop channel, and I heard a commercial for 2 different bail bondsmen in the same half hour, as if they were saying, I'm a thief, sure, but I'm also a discerning consumer. I want to be able to choose the right bail bondsman for me. My favorite commercial, this is an LA commercial, they go, call us today, because your mama wants you home, is what they say. I don't think that's true. I think her mom's fine. I think she's just happy she doesn't have to replace the stereo again. How about you just stay right there? A couple of my friends are in the crowd who are married, and they are fellas. They are 2 men who are married to each other. Don't run. I went to their wedding, and it was, I've always heard that a gay wedding is different than a regular wedding, and it really was kind of different because they're in love. I do not understand why what the problem is people have with gay marriages. Let me explain how a wedding works. If you don't like gay marriage, don't worry, you're not fucking invited. You don't have to register, you don't have to buy anybody a gift, you're missing out, it's fabulous, but you don't have to come. This is how weddings work. There's a section for the groom, there's a section for the bride, or the other groom. The intolerant section, that's outside. I don't understand homophobia. I really don't. I don't understand a lot of things, math, but I really don't fucking understand homophobia. I really don't understand what it is. People will say, like, I have heard it all my life because I came from Tucson, so I heard it plenty, that I heard that, like, that the gay agenda, and I don't know what the gay agenda is, but include me, because a lot of those guys are hot, but still. The gay agenda, whatever, the gay people are into weird things. And I will say that gays are kind of into some weird stuff. I'll tell you something that the gay community is into, and hopefully you've already eaten, because I don't want to nauseate anybody, but my friends, tell you what, the one guy is into, he's into being loved and accepted for who he is. Oh my God, still. The other guy, he's into living in a country that isn't bigoted. Oh my God, oh Jesus. Oh, you fucking freaks. You weirdos, you weird people. Homophobia is just, you hear so many strange things. Like, one thing that you'll often hear this thing is where the guy will say, well, I don't want one of them hitting on me, they'll say. And I think, hey, you know what? If anybody hits on you, take it as a compliment. It's not like people are lining up. Come on. And I know it doesn't make sense in your rapist mind, but you're allowed to say no. You're allowed to say no. It's not like just because the dude asks, you're like, oh, well, okay, I don't want to, but... I mean, those are the rules as I understand them. Sometimes people will try to sound tolerant, and you can just kind of smell it. That they're just a little uncomfortable, and they'll say stuff like, well, I don't care what they do as long as I don't have to see it. I always think, well, where are you going that that's a problem? Like, I'm never at the mall or the hot dog on a stick, and it's like, oh, Jesus, there they go. Just fucking right there. Hey, you know what? Maybe you spend less time at the bathhouse hating yourself and a little more time at home. And I never get the call from my gay buddies either who are like, hey, Jim, we're about to have sex and I'm going to be on top, but I made popcorn. Come on over. It's not like gay guys are like, oh, you know what would make this great? A couple of straight guys watching. Actually, to be fair, that would be pretty hot. That would be pretty hot. There's the other problem with being homophobic. If you're homophobic, you cannot admit to the person you'd go over for. And everybody has one. And I'm not going to say who it is. I'm that guy for someone in this room. John Nelson. I'll tell you who it is for me. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. I love Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is beautiful. He's just, I would be a bottom. I don't care. How that has to go down. I'll tell you what it is, too, because when Johnny Depp was young, he had those kind of soft good looks on 21 Jump Street, but he was kind of a bad boy. I'm going to be honest, I go for the bad boys. And then he got older and very thoughtful, and he chooses his roles wisely to put on those cute little glasses. And you know you'd have a nice house, and you'd be well taken care of. Here's what I'm saying. I really want to fuck Johnny Depp. All the other stuff about gay rights, that was just to justify saying this. That in a heartbeat. The funny thing, too, is like, some of you may be familiar with the Kinsey Report. Do you know what the Kinsey Report is?
Yeah.
The Kinsey Report is a study of human sexuality where they were just trying to figure out where people fell into various categories. And instead of like these hard lines of people are either gay or straight or bisexual, what they discovered was it's just a wide spectrum. Just people are just, you think about the kinds of food we will eat, like the human animal will eat anything. Well, it turns out we'll fuck anything either. That's what we do. That was our adaptation. Is just we're very creative in the kitchen and we're very creative in the various holes that are available to us. That's what we do. And according to the Kinsey Report, and I know you're thinking, the Kinsey Report, when did that come out? That must have been 2005. No, the 50s. The 50s, uneducated, weird, sexually backwards America. The 50s. And in the 50s, what they found in the study was that like over 40% or something like that, 30 or 40% of all men have had a fantasy of having relations with another guy. And that was before the invention of Zac Efron. I don't know what the number is now, but I'm going to say all.